Welcome, friends. Today, it's absolutely pouring down. But we are also doing another first impressions video. Tremendous. And the house we are doing our first impressions on today is that of Houbigant. Once again, friends, I have returned to you with another video discovering new perfumes for the first time. I'm not sure you can discover anything for the second time, can you? That would be rediscovery. You can only ever discover things for the first time, can't you? Bollocks. Right. These samples were sent to me by Pradeep, who is a mod on my channel. Only him and Eugene remain after the mod apocalypse, which I inadvertently demodded everybody. But that's by the by. Anyway, he sent me these when he also very kindly sent me a sample of Heaven Can Wait, which I have already done the video of. So, these are the four new Houbigant fragrances. That's handy, isn't it? I wouldn't have got to try these if it wasn't for him, because ordering samples off Houbigant is not easy, or as easy as it should be. It should be so easy to order samples. It should be so easy to order bottles of perfume, but for some reason, some houses just make it difficult. So, screw them. Anyway, thank you, Pradeep. This video is brought to you by him. Okay. So, before me are Oud Or, Patchouli Sauvage, Ambre des Abysses, and Tobac Nomade. So let's get to trying, shall we? We will start at the beginning, which is usually a good place to start. I believe this is a new release for 2023, and it was made by your friend and mine, Antoine Lee, but also by Luca Maffei. So, here we go. I will tell you the notes once I have sprayed it. Let's see what this is like. Do I have my hopes up for this? Honestly? No. I hate the old modern oud. Shite. Notes are raspberry, rose and orange blossom, isoe super, saffron, cashmere and patchouli, geranium and labdanum. Base notes are cedar, gaiac wood, vanilla and oud. Oh, it's not great. Big saffron. Roseberry? That could work, because it's like a rosy raspberry thing. It's got that kind of tarty jamminess. It's just another oud saffron rose. Oh, I could have just not bothered. Do you know what I mean? Don't buy this. For crying out loud. It's just another oud rose saffron affair. You've smelled it before, you'll smell them again. The geranium's doing bits, I'll give it that. Labdanum, a bit. Woody. Oudy. Sorry for sniffing like that. Still got some kind of... I'll move the microphone a little bit so I'm not sniffing in your ears. Oh, it's so plain. These aren't exotic smells anymore. You know, these are supposed to smell like the exotic East. Something that Westerners aren't party to, do you know what I mean? Something different, something new, something else. It's not. It's not. It's not. I'm trying to find things to say about it, but it is literally. It's literally something that was trendy 10 years ago. Trying to reinvent the wheel. Geranium is becoming more apparent now. That's probably the most interesting part. Tangy saffron. Just could have just not released that and it wouldn't have been a problem. Two extremely good perfumers. And do you know, I really love raspberry too. Like, I really love raspberries. But I don't think I could wear a raspberry fragrance. Okay. Oh, I forgot to read you the blurb. There's a bit of a blurb here from Houbigant. Enjoy this breathtaking stroll through time. Well, I mean, 10 years ago, yeah. In the fascinating atmosphere of the Middle East, Oud Or awakens your senses with its rich, warm, woody and smoky facets. A fresh and sparkling start where rose, raspberry and orange blossom blend into a rich and full-bodied heart, composed of nuanced notes such as labdanum, saffron, patchouli and geranium. Gaiac wood, oud, cedar wood mingle with vanilla in an opulent and elegant base. Feel the captivating atmosphere that surrounds you. Feel the rich history of the people who have lived through the centuries and kept the tradition alive. The oud's an amber wood, so bollocks to your tradition. There's no oud in that, allegedly. Certainly doesn't feel like it. Oud Or is a breathtaking journey back in time into the fascinating atmosphere of the Middle East. Could have just not done it and fucking no one would have cared. It adds nothing. Okay. Patchouli Sauvage. This is, I've got to be honest, this is the one I've been looking forward to the most. Where are we? Patchouli Sauvage. There we go. When the wind blows, the leaves of patchouli rustle with a gentle sound, liberating an inebriating perfume, simultaneously woody, earthy, and dry with smoky accents. The sumptuous Patchouli Sauvage represents the freedom of nature. The fragrance opens with sparkling, luminous top notes of bergamot, grapefruit, and a hint of pink pepper that flows into a sumptuous, precious heart built on notes of patchouli, a link to labdanum, and a crunchy, dried fruit accord. In conclusion, cedar wood and golden amber are combined with vetiver and tonka bean for greater longevity. Let yourself be carried away by the almost palpable scent of Patchouli Sauvage. Feel the wind blowing gently. Hear the soft rustle of leaves. Patchouli Sauvage symbolises the freedom of nature. I want this to be good. You know? I fucking love patchouli. That's quite nice. Fucking grapefruit. This is actually not a bad grapefruit note. It's not like those early 2000 grapefruits which were fucking dire. Like, I will never forgive what grapefruit did to M7 and M7 Fresh. I just don't like that stuff. This is nice though. The patchouli's nice. It's a little bit dry though. I really like my patchoulis to be like syrupy. Like $1.19.20. Real patchouli is like, wow. Like a patchouli amber. gloopy, thick. The EDT, that is, the EDP's a write-off. Shite. Try to tell me they didn't change it. Just made it denser. I was like, no. No. Vetiver, I'm also getting some kind of, like the bergamot is quite zesty here. Not getting a lot of sandalwood yet. I like this, but it's a fresh patchouli. It's got that live, like it's like live, you know. It's not like patchouli oil, you know. It's not ambery. I'm getting a lot of the patchouli. I'm getting a lot of the vetiver. Sorry, I was staring at the word there and I still couldn't say it. This is nice. I like this. It's fresh though. Sorry. I don't know why, but I get this kind of, I don't want to say saffron note. I wonder if that Oud Or's got up my nose. It's smoothing out quite a bit now, actually, the Patchouli Sauvage. Right. That's really nice. It's really nice, but it's not great. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I mean, I've got lots of patchoulis. I don't think that. I was hoping it was going to be more like the patchouli that's in Fougère Royale. But it's a nice fresh patchouli with vetiver. Not getting a lot of the sandalwood. By the taste of that water, I have sprayed some perfume into it. How nice. I do beg your pardon. Okay, we'll move on. Ambre de Abyss. Let's see what your game is. Dive into the depths of the abyss. Alright. I've had enough of that with that submarine carry on a few weeks ago, but there we are. To discover the beauty hidden in the immensity, Ambre des Abysses is an unexpected combination of sumptuous ambery nuances and the freshness of aromatic notes. Faceted and bold, this fragrance opens with the unexpected and sparkling notes of bergamot, orange blossom, and mint leaves. Oh, you've got mint, do you? In the heart, rosemary, geranium, and jasmine embrace patchouli and amber to give it softness and sumptuousness. In the base, creamy and emblematic notes such as vanilla and tonka bean mingle with oak moss and a leather accord to give it a vigorous structure. Ambre des Abysses, that takes a little bit of saying that. Ambre des Abysses is an immersion in an unknown reality that makes us discover the beauty hidden in the immensity. Oh, big oak moss, do we? So, the notes are apparently orange blossom, bergamot, mint, geranium, patchouli, rosemary, jasmine, amber, vanilla, leather, tonka bean, oak moss. How much do these go for? Like 165 quid. That's not a bad price, that. What size are you? Sorry, I've just clicked a link on eBay. It's 100ml. That's actually not... These aren't that bad for the price they're asking for. You know? This This is very minty. The mint is very lively, leafy. You know when you get like ice cream in an Italian restaurant and they put like a mint leaf on top? It's not like spearmint or fucking peppermint or anything like that. Actually, it might be a little bit peppery. It's a little bit spicy. Again, I'm getting the geranium. I think it feels like they've used the same geranium. I'm getting some of the jasmine, actually. Rosemary. Not getting... Amber is not what I am getting, my friends. Amber is not what I'm getting. Should you call a perfume amber if it's not got amber in it? Or if it's not like a big amber? This doesn't feel like a big amber. Might become a big amber, but it's not big amber at the minute. Why am I still drinking this water? It's got perfume in it. My commitment to the hydration is staunch. Oh. I don't know what this perfume is. It's very aromatic. Like the rosemary and the mint. The geranium. Amber is not what I would consider this. Like traditional, like when I fucking always think back to Ambre Sultan when I talk about ambers. Do you know what I mean? That's like for me the reference against everything, which is everything else, because it's like Ambre Sultan's such an important perfume for me. This is like fresh, herbal, aromatic, like mossy. Is green. The mint's lovely. It's not your typical mint at all. It feels like a chypre, you know? There's no labdanum in it, so it's not a chypre, but it's got that feel to it, you know? Like the fresh, sparkly top, and then like the patchouli's kind of doing what the labdanum should be doing with the vanilla. Completely baffled as that. That is outrageous. Very nice. I don't think I would buy it based on first impressions. But it's probably my favourite one of the lot. So far, anyway. And last, but certainly not least, Tobac Nomade. Sorry, just utilising the internet to just give me a few hints and tips towards what I should be expecting here. This was also made by Luca. All of these were made by Luca Maffei and Antoine Lee. Tobac Nomade is an explosive composition that will transport you to the wilderness of the desert. In this warm and hypnotic perfume, refined tobacco leaves blend together with precious spicy notes. Rich and creamy, the fragrance opens with a warm and crystalline accord of bergamot, rose and spices. In the refined and hypnotic heart, tonka bean and saffron mingle with tobacco leaves to melt into a base characterized by leather accord and a touch of vanilla. Vanilla. Tobac Nomade is reminiscent of a sunset in the wild desert, Along with the golden dunes where the natural wonders of this region never cease to impress. Somebody likes the Middle East. Fabulous place. That's nice. That is nice. Sorry, I've just finished that water off. In for a penny, in for a pound. Might as well drink the perfume. I've got enough of it. Tobacco leather. Creamy is right. The vanilla's doing things as well. Is it startling on first impression? Like first impression? No. Is it nice? Yes. All of these are like good quality. You can tell, I mean, apart from Oud Or, which is just utterly redundant. Tobacco's getting a bit deeper, a little bit thicker. Spicy. Saffron's not massive in it. Like, I'm not getting, the saffron's not coming through. But this kind of effect is, you know? This kind of... It's a step up from designer perfume. And I mean, for 165 quid, what are the charge on the website? Let's have a look. Let us have a look. I mean, somebody on eBay has got bottles of all of these and they're charging 165 quid. But what does Houbigant have to say? Let's see Houbigant's prices. What do you say, Houbigant? 160 euros. But for what size? I hear you at 100 mil. Do you know, that is not bad value. I'll give them that. Their pricing is spot on. When you consider the state of designer prices in the fucking, and the quality you get, right? The prices for these are good value. I'm just not excited by the perfumes themselves. You know? They are... It's a vanilla tobacco, but it's not tobacco vanille. It's got this leather in it, which kind of steers it away from that. The vanilla's not too outrageous. But it's kind of there, just smoothing everything over. The leather's doing something similar, but it's a bit more kind of... It's not my type of leather. The tobacco's... It doesn't feel like tobacco, it feels like effective tobacco. You know, tobacco but 1 degree removed. It's nice. The saffron's becoming more apparent now. That kind of rose saffron thing which has run through a couple of these. Bergamot, rose, saffron. It feels familiar in the rest of them. So we will now go back over them, see how they have changed, see how I feel about them all after some minutes of them being on. My water has run out, so I will have to replenish it. There we have it. Come to me. Tasty. Oud Or. Oud Or what? That has got more of a rosy sort of raspberry thing going on now. It's like a playful rose. I can imagine if you're like a playful, but you've got a dark side. There's a fucking amber wood lurking in there, I'm telling you. Maybe it's association. Dry, dusty sort of thing. It's better than I thought it was going to be, but it's not great. I'll tell you, if you're interested in buying this, try the was it crystal saffron crystal from the other Roger Dove brand that he saved, Grossmith. What's it called? Because that is frankly better than this. Saffron Rose. I was shitting myself when I went to smell that, but it is fabulous. But yeah, it's just another Oud Rose saffron, you know? Patchouli Sauvage. Patchouli's a lot more apparent now. It's coming through. It's woody. That's much nicer on second impression. First impression. Yes. Yes, actually, I like that a lot more now. That is nice. I might try that on skin. You might see me back. You never know. Ambre des Abyss. This threw me, like, totally threw us. You know? Very surprised. That is not an amber, friends. That is not an amber. Do not be mistook by the name. This is a clean, fresh, mossy, leathery, gentleman fragrance. I actually quite like that as well. I might try that on skin. Yeah, I like that. It's got touches of brace yourself. It's got a little bit of Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme about it. Don't all run out and buy it based on that, though. It's just this kind of aromatic Italian kind of vibe going on. That's actually really quite nice. Tobac Nomade, I kind of feel the same way about it as I do Oud Or. You've smelled this before and you'll smell it again. You don't need this modern tobacco thing with vanilla. Just a little bit of a redundant release, to be honest. But the middle two, I will try on skin. Interested I am, I can tell you. So, that concludes my first impressions, friends. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all again soon. Bye.